What's up? How are y'all? Yes, they worked. So I poured some more flukes, and even made some in crappie baits, crappie bait, crappie, wherever you're from. But you see the difference it makes. The smaller the bait. But anyway, glad you're here. While you're here, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe and that like button. Today, I told you about the waste we get. Not waste, but yeah, pretty much waste. From our baits that we make dual laminates in. These are your runners, your sprues, whatever you want to call it. And we had talked before about our open pores from Moose Ridge. We are going to see what happens when we combine not only this one, I'm going to cut them up a little bit. Maybe they'll melt a little easier. And see what we come up with all this leftover stuff from where we shoot the baits. And it's just sprues and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to just see what it does. Like I said, some of this plastic. We're also going to do, if you remember the other day I did green pumpkin over my June bug. We got a little bit of it left over. We're going to try it as well. I may have some more hanging up. I can get the sprues off of. Actually, I don't. But we're going to melt these down, both of them, and see what we come up with. It may be junk. I don't know. It may be the best color in the world. So let's see what happens. I'll go ahead and put them both in. And it may take just a little bit, but like I said, when you shoot a two-color laminate, dual color, whatever you want to call it, that's the flukes from the other night. I just remelted some that we had made up. Matter of fact, about out of it, but that color and just the flake. I found another puck that I had of that color. So anyway, when we shoot these, you have your runner that connects all these baits. You have your plugs that come off the ends. I mean, just all kind of extra plastic. And again, we talked about this before. You throw that plastic away or melt it down, see what you come up with, and pour it in these molds. I don't know how much this is going to melt down to, but we're going to try it and see, just see what colors come up. Sometimes you get some great ones, sometimes you don't. So we'll look and see what we get. The other night turned out great, but we didn't catch quality fish. Man, we caught so many small spotted bass, but that's the way it goes. I mean, it's fishing. The spots were killing bait, man. So, and we might have stopped what we were gonna do because of what we were seeing. But anyway, caught plenty of fish. We just didn't get the quality bites we needed. A couple guys had a couple good largemouth, and that was ball game. But I still love it, and the tournament's pretty cool because you can. It's a 3 fish limit. That's what I like about it. So one good bite, man, anybody can win it. Just depends, you know, who gets that quality bite. So I like a tournament where there's not 1 or 2 guys just running away with it all the time. So anyway, that's to say we didn't win no money, but it happens. But I do it for fun. Well, we did have, after dark, my partner switched to he started throwing a chatterbait. No, not chatterbait, a buzzbait. And it's dark. We went to a place we hadn't been to because we couldn't get to the lights like I talked about before. Somebody was camped out on both of them. So anyway, we went to this new spot. And he throws that thing, and an owl comes down and almost got in the boat with us chasing that buzzbait. Not once, but 3 times. And if you don't know how big an owl's wingspan, man, when it's dark and you just got a light, you know, from a few telephone poles or dot lights. That thing looked like a freaking 747 coming in. It was huge. So that was pretty neat. So we had fun. We enjoyed it. So it ain't a total loss. But we got one more left in 2 weeks. We're going to bust their tail in that one. I hope. Really hope. Alright, we're really close on this one. We're going to throw the other one in so it'll be ready. Cool. And sort of hard to see, I guess, but basically just that. It'll be a light green with that flake in it. Now I do like to pour these really hot, so I need to get busy and quit running my mouth. We're just gonna pour these little neds that I'll make, and just see what they look like when they're done. And again, if we don't like them, oh well. But I think they'll have an application anywhere, somewhere, not anywhere, somewhere, and I think they'll catch something. Especially if you swim this Ned. Not bad looking, I mean. I don't know what name it'll be, but not bad. We're not looking for perfection. Oh, come on, use that to prop it up. There we go. Prop it up to keep that plastic towards that head. And let's see what our other one is coming up with. That green pumpkin and purple, there's no telling. Not gonna be much of it though. I didn't dig around enough. I'm sure I got a lot more somewhere. Got a bunch of green pumpkins laying around. It's a different flake, but I just want to see what these two come up with. I've got plenty more, but we ain't gonna mix them all together. We just gonna those two. But I do have a lot of green pumpkin pucks that I could use. I don't want to get burnt, but I will show you the color. We'll just show it to you in the bait here in just a second. Let them set up a little bit. And this next one I may just pour in this little, what I call it's a little flat drop shot worm that I love. I love it. It does amazing. I'm gonna drop shot. Green pumpkin and purple mix is actually really nice. Really nice. It's like a green pumpkin with a hint of purple. But we need a little bit more time on it. Let's see what we come up with. So, let me figure out what I'm going to use to prop this bait up. I'm in this mold. There we go. Prop that one up on there. Use another mold, and we're going to pour a little drop shot worm that I really love. That's Bush Ridge molds. If you didn't watch the other videos where I talk about saving money, and this is one way by reusing this plastic. Now you may get some bubbles like I just got, but I also think I just scorched it pretty good. But we don't care. It's for us, and we're gonna pour it and play with it and see what we come up with. Woo. Yeah, I got that really hot and a lot of bubbles. But we'll pour this one flat because it is just a flat worm. Yeah, I scorched too much and got a lot of bubbles in it. But I'm not going to be selling these. These are just for me or friends or whoever. Oh God, that was a horrible pour. See if we can do better on this one. I should have probably turned the camera so you can see it pour, but I mean, I'm just pouring it. Golly, man. I do usually pour it from the side, which is a little easier. Oh yeah, a lot better. Gotta fill it in though. I'll show you the difference in the pour. Pour where you're comfortable from. Makes a big difference. Shake it just to make sure that flake's still good and suspended. Usually clean that tip off too, but oh well. We'll start up here in the tail. As your plastic gets cooler, it's harder to pour. That's what's going on right now. It's cooled off a little bit, doesn't pour quite as easy. Like I said, when I hand pour, I like to pour really hot because it just flows better and fills up the mold better. Can I get one more out of you? I think so. I like to clean the spout up though because it'll roll it off on the side and makes a harder pour. I really messed these up. Or two of them up anyway. Come on, baby, come on. Alright. These will definitely need the heat gun. That is a very sloppy pour, man. That is pitiful. Oh my God, it's pitiful on those worms, but little uncomfortable position in there. I wrecked it. Look at all this over pour. It can all be cleaned up, don't get me wrong, but when I switched to the side, those two right there are poured great. These over here, trying to pour it at a different area, who knows? I just messed it up. But these here should be set up by now, I'm hoping. This was our first color, that green and all that flake. Not too bad. I mean, it'll catch in the right conditions. It'll catch. You'll see how some of that flake has melted or burned out. It's what happens when you don't use high temp flake. There's still some in there, but not a lot. But that will still catch fish all day long. So I'll set them out. Somebody will use them, me or somebody. There they are. Like I said, there's still a little bit of flake in there left. Not bad, not bad. And again, that's plastic that I wouldn't have normally used, you know, but with these open pours, that's what I do with them. Pop them in together, or turn it one color, black, green, brown, and have baits. Like I said, if I don't want them or don't use them, I'll give them to a kid at the boat ramp or something. Clean that one up. Because they may be happy as heck to get them. Never know. So it might make their day. These here, boy, look at that pour. That's horrible. But I was trying to pour from a different side. Anyway, the two that I did good on, that's the two we're going to pull out. The other ones I'll just throw back in there and we'll remelt. So and I already know these are going to catch. It's just like a green pumpkin purple. Not too bad. That'll catch all day long. All day. Oh, I'll actually use them too. I know I'll use those. Even the messy ones. But again, if you're trying to sell baits, you don't give out messy baits. You give out good quality baits. And those two poured great. It's almost a, I don't know how the camera's showing it, but a green pumpkin-ish with a purplish brown look. So it'll catch fish all day long. All day. So again, we saved some plastic that we were going to either throw away or just turn one crazy color. These here, what I would do that I messed up on, I think I showed you before, but just pinch off the side up against the side of the mold, and it'll basically cut that little extra plastic off of there. And just do it all the way up, and it'll clean that bait up. And then you can also take, I did that one, you can also take your heat gun, smooth it back out if you want to. I'm not even going to mess with this one because it is horrible. I mean, look like my grandbaby done it, you know, something. These other two are still usable, still catchable all day long. Not the greatest of pours, but they'll catch fish. See that little extra plastic down there towards the bottom? No big deal, I could fix it, but again, I fish a lot of baits that are not perfect because if I'm making orders for someone and I have some boo-boos, I'm not going to let them go to waste. I'll just, I'll fish them with dents in them, extra plastic on them or whatever, but that's a great one too. Hello worm is great on a drop shot, guys. Real great. I love it. And again, I think these little Neds in this color, in the right conditions, will be a fish catcher. It's almost like a light watermelon, I guess. Maybe a real light watermelon. With some of that flake in there. Not a lot, but some of it's still in there. So, like I said, take that plastic that you would have wasted, or I mean, if you got enough money, just throw it away, then go ahead. But remelt them down, see what it comes up with. Or worst case scenario, put a bunch of these pucks together. I've got a ton of them, but just take all these, throw them in a pot, and you can turn them black or brown. The best thing that I have found, you have to put a ton of liquid colorant. But use this, use your pearl powders. This black is great. I do a lot of them that'll be black. And like I said, I'll fish a lot of them at night. When we're night fishing, black's a great color. So, again, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. I just want to see what we come up with. And again, these were great. They turned out amazing on the lake last night. So, Tuesday night. But anyway, great. They turned out great. And hopefully, we'll catch some more on. Had fun the other night, and appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching again, man. If you don't mind, help a brother out. Like and subscribe. We'll do some more stuff. Thanks. Let's go catch some fish.